Welcome to WB Mason Postgame Extra exclusively on SNY.TV. Thursday afternoon, the Rockies completed a sweep of a 4-game series against the Mets, winning 1-0, handing the Mets their 5th straight loss. But for the 2nd straight day, the Mets at least are able to focus on the performance of a young pitcher. Collin McHugh, 25-year-old right-hander, came up from Buffalo, made his big league debut. 7 scoreless innings, 2 hits, a walk, 9 strikeouts. Could not have been better.
The anticipation's the hardest part, for sure. But once once the clock starts ticking and you realize, hey, I've done this 1,000 times before, you get a ball in your hand and start playing catch. It felt great, man. I felt comfortable out there.
The command of his stuff is so much better than even what I saw 2 years ago, and that was the kind of pitcher he was. But his slider's much improved than it was 2 years ago. The breaking ball, which they told me was really good, is really good. But the command of his fastball is both sides of the plate. It was outstanding. I was very impressed.
It's the same curveball I've been throwing since I was 13 years old. I'm watching these kids in Little League and Little League World Series, and a lot of them have these curveballs or sliders or whatever, and it's the first curveball I ever learned, and so I've just been able to refine it slowly over the years. But it's big and it's kind of slow, but if I can get that good finish, that good depth to it, it's an effective pitch for me.
Well, I tell you what, he was very impressive, very composed. His parents were here, and other members of his family and friends came up from Georgia. He threw strikes. He got 9 strikeouts, all mixed his pitches up early with the fastball. In the middle, he got with his curveball. It really just showed great poise, great command, stayed in front, and it's just too bad they couldn't get him a run. But all in all, you take a 7-inning shutout performance with 9 strikeouts any day of the week.
Mets have now gone 6 straight games, scoring 2 runs or less. That hasn't happened in 30 years. They had 12 runners left on base. The Rockies got the only run in the 8th inning against Bobby Parnell, a misplayed ball in center field, a hit past a drawn-in infield, but it's all about the offense right now.
It's easier said than done, but you're going up there trying to get hits instead of trying to have good at-bats. But that's the nature of baseball. You're battling, and essentially it's just not working.
We've been in games night after night, can't get a hit, can't get a 2-out hit, which we absolutely did all the first half. We can't execute. It just seems like we can't execute anything we try.
Well, they just struggled. They scored 5 runs in this whole 4-game series against a Colorado Rocky pitching staff that came in here with the worst ERA, over 5 in the National League, and made them look like Walter Perry Johnson's out there. So it was a tough scuffling for them. They are really downhearted and dejected here, but it's a lot of season left, and no one's going to feel sorry for you, and you got to come to the ballpark every day, and you got to play 162.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating for everybody. It's just, we're going on a week, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare for everybody in this clubhouse.
At this stage of the season, you got to start looking to next year. You got to start looking at the big picture, and isn't it nice to know that you got a guy like, Matt Harvey, Colin McHugh, and Robert Carson, and Josh Edgen, and that down the road are going to be impact guys on your team.
Now the team with the worst record in baseball, the Houston Astros, comes to town to start a series on Friday night. John Neese goes for his 11th win against Jordan Lyles. 6:30 the coverage Friday night for Pepsi Max pregame live on SNY. That'll do it for WB Mason Postgame Extra. Be sure to join us after every game for exclusive coverage on SNY.TV.